I often, out of nowhere, feel some hard emotions in my morning that threaten to hang over my whole day. Here's what some of the world's deepest thinkers say I should do. Welcome to 5 Minute Spirituality, a look at how the great spiritual masters, the biggies, help you enjoy and thrive in your life right now. So not uncommonly, I'll feel some emotional disturbance in my morning. I won't entirely know what it is. And then I'll unsuccessfully try to forget about it and cheer up. As you'll note, I'm talking to you from a lovely home office, but until very recently, I would take a 15-minute walk to work. And on the way there, I'd try to get still. I'd notice my breath for a few moments. And then most often, I'd be able to name and welcome my emotions rather than shove them down in hopes that I won't have to feel them. Oh, I'm feeling fear. Welcome, fear. All right, it sounds goofy, but I'd all but always feel better and have a productive and joyful day. So let's consider how Psalm 46 talks about how God helps us and protects us, while famously winding down from the command from God to be still and know that I am God, as if we're served by dialing back, by quieting ourselves and seeing what God will do for us. As we'll take a closer look at in session 7, this is frequently repeated advice, not only in the history of churches from people like the Desert Fathers and Mothers of the 4th century, and Teresa of Avila and Thomas Merton, but also by leaders in many traditions around the world. If there's a universal one-stop shop for spiritual growth, you can make a case that starts with Psalm 46:10. So, for just one example, here's an enthusiastic endorsement from the former Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams. Contemplative spirituality, he says, is far from being just one kind of thing that Christians do. It's the key to prayer, art, and ethics, the key to the essence of a renewed humanity. To learn contemplative practice is to learn, he says, what we need so as to live truthfully and honestly and lovingly. It's a deeply revolutionary matter. Or here's another angle from Michael Singer in his book, The Untethered Soul, about some practical reasons contemplative spirituality is so helpful. If you mistreat an animal, he says, it becomes afraid. This is what has happened to your psyche. You have mistreated it by giving it a responsibility that's incomprehensible. Just stop for a moment and see what you've given your mind to do, he says. You said to your mind, I want everyone to like me. I don't want anyone to speak badly of me. I want everything I say and do to be acceptable and pleasing to everyone. I don't want anyone to hurt me. I don't want anything to happen that I don't like. And I want everything to happen that I do like. Then you said, now, mind, figure out how to make every one of these things a reality, even if you have to think about it day and night. And of course, he continues, your mind said, I'm on the job. I'll work on it constantly. That strikes me as pretty on target. So I have a long and delightful history of Christian faith. Having started as an atheist debater, I've just seen great things happen in my journey alongside Jesus to the inner city and the arts world. I helped found a vibrant church around the corner from Harvard that got some attention as it got kind of big. I just love faith, and we'll talk more about why as these videos continue. That said, learning about contemplative spirituality, often from very different teachers, as Rowan Williams and Michael Singer are very different, has helped me move past anxiety. It's helped me find joy during crisis times. It's helped me get to know God in a fresh and delightful way, and a whole lot more. So for this first session, let me briefly run by you the basics of meditation, which is the building block of contemplative spirituality. And then we'll consider quite a bit more richness around this as these videos continue. But just for today, you start by focusing on your breathing. And you pick a focal point for that, your nose or your chest or your diaphragm. Let thoughts that come to mind, and they will come to mind, let them go, and then return to your breath. You want to do this in a gentle, friendly way. Maybe as I described, welcoming the thoughts as you understand them before you go back to your breath. Those are the basics. There are a lot of fun additions and variations, and we're going to talk about those in future videos, but this is where everyone starts. Now, you might wonder how long you should do this, how long you should meditate. When I began, I was pretty sure I couldn't make it through a minute. And then a minute went by, and then 5, and then 10. It was more encouraging than I'd expected. So if a minute is what you can pull off, do a minute. If you can go longer, do. The standard time frame to shoot for, the experts tell us, seems to be about 20 minutes, so a long time. But a minute or 5 or 10 is great. The key is regularity. So give it a try today, and then let's check in together for the second session. Next time, we're going to look at how some monks teach us how this stuff can happily center our spirits in God. If you're like me, you're going to love it. And if you enjoy 5-Minute Spirituality, you might also enjoy a lively weekly podcast on these things called Journey On with my name, Dave Smeltzer. And I also host a vibrant online group on the stuff each week with people from all over. To learn more, feel free to shoot us an email. See you soon.